Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? How are we doing? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Got David in the house. Good morning, sir. Guten Tag. Guten Morgen. Is Guten Tag, what does that mean? Good day? Profit. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What is up, everybody? What's going on? I was on PT and now finishing CT time before commuting. How, David, didn't you, is it just a wedding, right? That you just went through, right? Daughter's wedding. How was it? I think that was one of the things I was hoping to talk to you about. So let me know um your free time. Let's get back in the DMs and try to get you up here, man. It's been way too long. I feel like you're one of the OG people that have been hanging out here. So I definitely want to have you up here and chat. What's up? What's everybody up to? It's Monday. How was your weekend? What's going on? Um, yeah, I'll tell you about my weekend in just a second, but if you got anything to say, put it in the chat. I'd love to hear it. Um, but yeah, let's see. How did it start? Hey, buddy. There you are.
What?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much. Wait, hold on. Keep going. How was your weekend?
Uh, the Portland wedding was awesome. Nashville sabbatical finding its completion. Nice. All right. So David, I knew you were out somewhere. What would you go out to Nashville for? My weekend was it was okay. Like I said to you guys, like Friday was a good day. Um, Ryan is in the house. Yep, Ryan's here. Friday was a good day. Got the kids to school, all that stuff. No problems. Wife and I hung out all day together. Got some chores done. Dropped my new car off to get the windows tinted. Can't remember what else. Just doing stuff. Oh, I cleaned out the freezer. Man, the freezer was a mess. It's driving me nuts. So I finally cleaned out and threw away all the old crap that's just been frozen forever. It's like we're never gonna eat this. Let's just throw it out. So did a little like mental cleaning, mental and actual physical cleaning. So that was a good time. And and then Saturday we just got off to like a rough start. We were getting ready to take Bentley to a soccer game, and it was going to be my first time seeing him in this new little soccer league that he's in. Um, so I was excited for it, and then right right as we were getting all set up, and you're in that thing where you're like, okay, we got to do this, this, and this. We got to get out the door. So my wife's like, okay, you get him ready. I'm gonna go shower real quick, and I'm like, okay. And she's like, oh shoot, I forgot the crickets got delivered from Amazon. They're at the front door. Amazon even delivers live crickets. It's super weird. But what she failed to tell me and what she failed to like kind of let's say like admit to and take full accountability of is that they got delivered the day before. And so they had been sitting on our front porch for over 12 hours. So there was a complete invasion of ants like all over our front porch, like thousands of them covering this box of crickets. The crickets are freaking out because they're getting attacked by ants. And so I'm just out there like trying to control this situation. Meanwhile, I know that we got to, be out the door in like 10 minutes. And it was just a crap show. And then I had actually ordered some other bugs for the lizard from like a different source that I was given by the guy who sold us the lizard. And they shipped on the same day, so their box was on top of the Amazon Cricket box,
Oh,
but they had never emailed me that they were shipping. Like, I just placed the order last week, and then all of a sudden it showed up, like, no notification whatsoever. So I'm a little peeved at that company as well. So it's just, like, 2 different things that happen, and we're dealing with this ant. like shit show the me, Amy, and Bailey or Bentley right before we had to get out the door to go to soccer. So it just kind of like set the day off like really wrong. I was a little bit you know, perturbed, peeved, spicy, whatever you want to call it, with my wife the rest of the day. And then we could not recover, like even to this moment, still not recovered. So but other than that, it was a good weekend. Like I saw there a lot more happened, but it was a pretty solid weekend.
Got it. So crickets, ants,
Crickets, ants, just the worst, man.
and relationships.
Ooh,
Well, at least the
yeah.
lizard's getting fed. That's a great thing.
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, luckily, like it was not like it was a lot of money. So it was like, but it was like $50 worth of food that just kind of turned into $10 worth of food because like the lizard doesn't really like dead crickets. So as I was shaking out all the ants, I'm like also killing crickets. And then the other stupid thing is the Amazon box, when you open it, like you open it like a box, and then if you can imagine 1,000 crickets and you open a box, they just all like went everywhere. So I lost a bunch of like it was just a shit show. But David, on a self work trip, that sounds awesome. I'd love more information on that. Met someone special, that sounds great, and found new ideas. Dude, David's killing it, y'all. David is killing it. David is killing it. Um, hands can be overwhelming too. Nice. Dad joke for sure. Shit shows make for good conversation. Yeah, it was like I said, my wife and I after that, like we were just kind of at odds. The soccer game was good. Bentley did great. Um, I love to see him, doing sports. And actually, like funny enough, like so he protested like all kids do going to soccer. It was just too early in the morning, too whatever. So he protested like everyone's kid does. And then we got him out the door, we got him to soccer practice, and like as soon as he was there, he just lit up and started playing, had a great game. Like he was hot and overheated, but he never asked for a break. Like other than like the standard, water breaks they give the kids every 10 or 15 minutes, so he never like complained or whined. He had a great time. And then at the end of it, he was like asking like when he's gonna do it again. And we're like, oh, you're gonna have a practice on Monday and then you have another game a week from now. And he was like, and then for whatever reason, I don't know how we got to this point, but he wanted all of a sudden he wanted to do basketball. So Amy, like literally like on Saturday after the soccer game before lunch, she signed him up for basketball. That was that day at 6 p.m. And then we took him to basketball practice, and he did the whole basketball thing. So he went from like not wanting to do anything in the morning to like doing two different sports. So kids are weird and interesting and fun. Keep you on their toes. My daughter had chameleons, so understand. Yeah, yeah. I didn't know that when you have a lizard, you also have to raise and keep live insects. I want to get to the point. I think when they're later in life, they eat more lettuce than they do live insects. So, or not actual lettuce, but like mustard greens and stuff like that. Collard greens. So I want to get to that point where they eat more greens because the live insect thing is not that's not fun. Do your research before you randomly get a lizard.
I did. I also used Amazon. I got worms. I got worms.
For for what? Composting?
Yeah, I had a vermiculture bin under our sink here. So we would just take the scraps, we put them in there, and the worms would just eat it up. And so it
Yeah.
was. We also did the whole Amazon thing, and that's what it is. So I feel you, but I didn't realize. So like when you raise these insects, so you basically have your lizard, and then you have a
Mhm.
separate container now. Like it's like double this. It's double the things, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have three or four different containers because they say for this lizard, like they say to give it a variety, just like humans.
Yeah.
My dog doesn't get a variety. My dog has literally had the same food its entire life, and I've never changed. We don't give him any human food, and we barely give him any treats. And
Yeah.
that dude's the easiest animal that anyone's ever raised, and I love that about him. But the lizard guy was like, yeah, and ChatGPT, because I consulted with my best friend. Uh, but yeah, it says give them a variety. So we have like a container that has mealworms, a container that has black fly larva, which is fucking gross, a container that has Dubai roaches, and two or three containers that have crickets.
What's a Dubai roach? Is that like Dubai chocolate? Is there stuff inside? Are we eating? Are we basically just eating like bugs right now? Are we eating a chocolate?
I don't know, it's some sort of roach. It's just like a little. It looks like it's like maybe twice the size of a ladybug. The ones that we have, but they're like all like a darker gray black color.
Yeah,
Poor dog.
ladybug's
No, he
not very
loves his
big
life.
though.
Huh?
A ladybug's not very big.
No, I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
the
like
lizard.
okay, they're that
Yeah,
tiny.
they're smaller.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The lizard doesn't need like super big stuff. Like in reality, she should be eating like small to medium crickets, but she loves the big guys too.
Yeah. Um, is is this lizard the coolest thing that you've brought home?
I think so, but then I also think that like so some negative to like this reading of bringing cool things home or to, like I also think that I've brought home too much cool shit because my kids don't care. Like they lose interest very quickly. And I,
Mhm.
I don't think that's necessarily because I bring home so much stuff. It's more along the lines of like our kids' generation of like the instant gratification of YouTube and Roblox and Amazon is that like the next best thing can be here in 2 hours or in 5 seconds online. So, I have a little like there's a little bit of this reading that's like I don't know that it fully translates to today's youth the way that I'm raising my kids because I think if I brought them home a helicopter toy, they'd be like, "Cool, dad." And not be like wanting to be an aerospace engineer and invent an airplane or something.
Yeah, I hear that. Um, I don't. I mean, the kids are. I mean, my daughter's like into Legos right now, but I know if I bring home Legos, she won't like be into it more than like 10 minutes. So it's like, and who? Someone said this recently. Someone, Jack Black, the singer, the comedian, the actor Jack Black said this. He said, um, I'm gonna have to paraphrase. I don't know exactly what he. I can't remember exactly the whole thing or even exactly what he was like what the context was. Except it sounds pretty obvious. But he said, "Don't try to make a happy kid happier." And I thought that was like I think there's some nuance within that, but it's
Mhm.
like I think a lot of us as parents is that we're always trying to make our kid happier, bring the next coolest thing home, and there's like I feel like that statement, that quote, it's kind of hedging that line of like kind of lazy parenting in my mind. It's like, well,
Okay.
they're happy. Are they happy enough? But I get it. I do. It's like I think that we always want to give our kid the next thing. So I know I think about that sometimes. Um, sometimes whenever those moments come up. So
Yeah, that makes sense. Like I said, I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like sometimes bringing something home or treating them to something like really works, but other times it's like they get, they have so much, they get so much, they have access to so much. Like sometimes I just feel like they are on their devices so much that if I just gutted the house of like all like toys and puzzles and games and stuff, they wouldn't even notice. Wouldn't even make a difference. What are you doing? Are you looking over your computer?
am I?
you were like a little stretched right
Oh,
here. So just
I don't know. Always just it's like a deep breath thing. Although
sorry.
whenever I take that deep breath, I'm always reminded that you're supposed to take a deep breath apparently like from your stomach. And so like a correct
Mm,
deep breath is supposed to come out, right? Instead of up. And then I'm like, I'm breathing wrong. What's wrong with me today? And so it's like, Ryan, you're getting off to a bad start, buddy. Chill out. Uh,
oh man,
I'm
sorry.
trying I'm trying to come down. So my wife just ordered a medication from this, I guess, capsule. If anyone use that, the guy comes to the door. So I I open the door, and this is gonna be related to something. But I open the door, and this guy puts a phone in my face like this. Going on, right? So like I don't even know what's happening. Like I just like 2 minutes before the doorbell rang and I had to go up. I got a text from my wife, so I'm like, okay, what's happening? So this guy just like does this to me, and he doesn't say anything. He just and like then from around the side, like gives me this thing, this little box, right? And it's packaged really nicely. Now I'm just like, wait a second, I don't know. What am I signing? Like I'm holding this thing. I'm like, I'm gonna read this, and the guy's like, if you weren't gonna sign, then don't open it. And because like I basically opened it to like look inside. So I'm like, what? Who said I wasn't gonna sign something? And so the guy's like mad at me now. Like I know I could be a difficult person, but I'm just like, wait, I'm like, I'm just trying to slow this moment down. Like, what's going
Yeah,
on? And
drug
so
deals are
the
getting
guy's like,
weird.
now mad at me. And I'm like, wait, and he's like, you shouldn't have opened it. I was like, I gotta open it to see what's in here. There could be anything in here. I don't even know. And so he's like, well, you shouldn't have opened it if you weren't gonna sign. I was like, who said I wasn't gonna sign? He's like, well, you shouldn't have opened it if you weren't gonna sign yet. And I was like, wait, what? I have to look. It's like
Don't let me open it if I need to sign first.
it got me thinking about difficult moments.
Yeah.
You mentioned the crickets. You mentioned rushing out of the house with everybody, having a hard time or a hard moment with needing to kind of come down from a hard moment, right? And so you mentioned kind of still being in that. I find that when I have these difficult moments, who else has this? It makes my mind become so narrow, not
Hmm.
creative, and I forget like I lose that momentum that I kind of built for the whole morning. And so my biggest goal has been don't get worked up. Don't get worked up, right? Move slow, talk slow, don't react. And so it's like the one thing I'm working on right now, and it's hard. Um, and I think with even the kids stuff, the kids' toys, you mentioned before, Dom, about uh, you were basically talking about them having so many things, right? I I'm not a Montessori parent. Like, you know, if my kid went to a Montessori school, right? Like Montessori overall, kind of where I'm going with this is like it's minimal things. Like it's like, you know, it's a lot of autonomy for kids at like a young age. And you know, it's a very focused, right? Someone else might be able to kind of speak to this very succinctly. But I know that when I'm trying to teach my at least my oldest right now about how her brain works because we are very similar in that respect and even down to to like diagnosis of things, but it's something here where I'm like less things will help you, right? So it's like the idea of like getting up in the morning and being able to uh, know what you're going to wear, right? You only have so many things. Like for
Hmm.
me, and I always think about this. There was someone in my life was like, I only buy earth tone colors because when I get up, I don't want to think about having to mix and match and kind of, you know, whatever else. So you get up and you, but like, even when it comes to toys and like bringing these things home and whatever else, like, I'm like, we can't keep giving our kids so many things they don't know what to play with to the point where it's like, driving them to the screens, right? Away from just something kind of cool to play with, right? And there's so much to clean up. And then, you know, even with the Legos, it's like there's so many Legos, but really the Legos in my mind right now, they equate to frustration, like not
Yeah.
creativity. There's so many of them. And then all of a sudden my, you know, 4-year-old dumps them out. And it's like, okay, so when we bring home these cool things, do we get rid of something, right? Does anyone else have like a one in, one out, or a one in, two out? I always like that.
Mm.
And so it's a
Mine's like 401 out.
God.
It's so hard because like I said, they have so much, and like it's the same with me like sometimes too. Um that like you said, they don't play with it because it may be overwhelming, it may be too much, a lot of this, and so I think it gets to a point where they've had something for so long, and then it's like, do I really throw it out because I feel like they've never played with it? Um, so yeah, I'll go through some random instances and try to like pair toys together, and if they still have a complete set, like if after, so long, they're missing pieces to it, like that's the easiest way to throw things away.
Mhm.
Or if we just have like a full like, game board or puzzle, like puzzles are the easiest because once my wife completes them, I give them to Scott, or give them to our friends so that they can do them, or our in-laws. But if we haven't played with the game for a while and it's all in there, that's the easiest thing. Like MP said, just donate it.
Yeah.
Put it in
The
the
other
donation bin.
Yeah, I think the donation thing is good too. Sometimes I'm not even patient enough to like wait for the donation bin, and you can put a black mark next to my name. I will toss it before it even gets to the idea of like donating it, because I'm like, just because personally I just gotta get rid of this. But the other thing I
Yeah.
always look up to is when someone does anyone else or have you like rotated toys? It's like it's not the fact that you have too many toys sometimes, it's the fact that there's too many toys out. And so like
Hmm.
we tried doing this with books at one point. We took a bunch of books out and then we left a few and then we would like rotate the other books back in. It lasted for like maybe 3 months. But that is a great idea because then you're not getting rid of things, but it's something to look forward to, and the kids end up having like new toys to kind of play with, or
That's what, look, you and MP said the same thing at the same time.
oh, did we?
Yeah,
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
that's
Uh,
awesome. I never
yeah.
even thought of that. No, we don't do that.
Well,
I just bought a bigger house so that I had more room for the toys. That was probably a big mistake, but they love it.
yeah, I hear that. I get nervous about having a bigger place after being in a smaller place for so long. Um,
Yeah, I'm like your friend that is warning you, and I'm like the war story that's like warning you not to do it. When you and Lauren talk about getting a bigger place, you're like, wait a minute, I have this friend Dom. He got a way bigger place, and now he just has more shit.
exactly how I feel. Exactly how I feel. Yeah, so that one happened. Can you remind me who Abram is?
He's a
Is this
friend of Brofitz,
Roberts?
or I think they train together. He lives out near me though, um, and he
Amazing.
has a shoot. I already forgot, sir. I know you at least have one kid, a younger kid. I want to say under two. But yeah, he lives out here in Southern California,
Oh,
and
nice.
Brofit recommended 14 months under two. Yes.
Beautiful.
Came
Oh,
from
boy.
Whatnot. Oh, sorry, that's right. Brofit's Whatnot show. That's right.
Profit, have you been doing workouts on whatnot? I'm curious. I think I always think back. Brofit and I tried to do uh, uh, like a fitness and nutrition thing on whatnot for a bit. It didn't feel like, I know personally speaking, it felt like it was just like going against the grain. Like, okay, it just wasn't working for me. And so because it was like, we're trying to like almost like sell something at the same time, like just trying to like chat and like do so. It was just, I always think about it, but it's cool. Welcome. You did so. Okay, good. And I'm curious if it was definitely working out. Packet Profit. What's going on? Good morning.
Good morning.
What's going to make you feel successful for today?
For me, the biggest thing is that I have a new client meeting, a referral from a client that I didn't get, which was very interesting. So yeah, it's gonna be the let's see, how do I explain this? So my friend Scott, referred me to his friend and his wife that are doing a remodel. I met his wife. It was really quick. It was like the day before I went to Hawaii. She's a designer, so she works in the industry and could be a good networking person. So I did a decent enough job meeting her. I was kind of like in a different headspace because I was leaving for Hawaii. I rushed, gave them a bid. They completely ghosted me. 2 weeks go by. One of those weeks I was in Hawaii, and then the next week, and I hit up my buddy Scott. I'm like, "Hey, have you heard anything?" He's like, "Actually, they just introduced me to their new GC." And I'm like, "Okay, so I didn't get the job. Got it. Like makes sense. I was really late in the game, blah blah blah." And then like 3 days later, I get a text message from someone saying, "Hey, those people referred me to you. I'm using her as the designer, so I'm going to meet this new lady and the lady I already met who's a designer." So it's cool enough. Like I didn't get the one job, but she already referred me to the next one. Might be a pity referral, but that's okay. Like I'm totally fine with that. I just want to get my foot in the door. If she's a designer, that's a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah, where did you come from, Packet Profit? If you're still in here, I see that you're a first time chat in the Twitch. I haven't seen the name. Introduce us to you if you can. We're only on here for about another couple minutes, but a VDAD sticker. Yeah. Oh, a VDAD sticker. Nice. Look at Brofit. Look at that guy. What a dude. What a dude. Advertising for us.
Gotta get those stickers
Oh,
back.
another one through bro. Look at this guy.
Bro
Brofit's
stickers.
Brofit's our he Brofit's like our free PR guy.
Love it. Thanks,
Nicely done.
bro. It's a
Thank you,
good guy.
sir.
It's
Brofit is him.
yeah.
So Packet Profit, did he already tell you the whole spiel about what we do here? Do you know what we do here? Are you a parent? Um, we are here. We read. I have two kids, 7 and 14. Okay, awesome. So we come here most mornings, weekday mornings, Monday through Thursday for sure. Sometimes Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. We read a book. It's called The Daily Dad by Ryan Holiday. It's one page a day. It's very, very simple read. You can do it in 1 to 2 minutes. Sometimes I do it while I'm starting the show, and I'm nice and fresh. Already read that book most mornings. Sweet. So that's what we do. We read the passage. We start the show and we just chat. I mean, you've been here for a little bit. We just chat. So we talk about the page. We don't talk about the page. We talk about our weekend. We interact with you. It's very simple. It can go much further, but as of right now, that's spare minimum here.
Bare minimum is always good. I think we all need to reconnect with our bare minimum sometimes. I think that's really important. I think a lot of times, personally speaking and projecting on this statement, it's a what do we do? Let's give ourselves a pat on the back for whatever we can really get in. I think a lot of times I know when I come on here, I feel like my mind like rushes to like relationship questions that end up affecting the kids, And then I'm like, well, don't say it because it's about the kids, it's about the reading. But it's all connected. It's all together. So anyone who has any questions or things like that, if I had my dream, we'd be able to answer questions all day from the standpoint of practicing death. That's basically what it would be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And don't forget, Dom. Don't forget.
Nice.
We got
Okay. That scared me. Was anybody else terrified by that? I thought the show just closed automatically. I was like, how did that happen?
no, we got Dads After Dark. We got Dads After Dark. And
Tonight?
yeah, of course, it's Monday.
Oh,
Monday.
let's
Remember,
go.
remember, we advertise it as some Mondays, 7 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. Right here, we got it.
All
We even
right.
change the background up. Oh,
What are we
yes.
what is
Oh,
after
sorry.
dark tonight?
It's okay. Sorry, I was trying to show the background. Didn't work out. It's okay.
I saw it for a split second, but
Wait, why doesn't my background work? What's going on? It's okay.
This guy.
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Um, what are we talking about tonight?
Yeah,
I
like
don't know. You
what are
know
you
what?
thinking?
I don't know, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not giving you a straightforward answer right now because I don't have exactly what the topic is going to be. But I'm gonna bring some heat. We're gonna make sure that we talk a little bit about or that we are open to the discussion around relationships and parenting. And we talked finances in the past. Oh, there it is. Is it blinking?
I was
Um,
blinking it for you.
oh, nice. But why didn't mine pop up? Oh,
It
maybe I should.
did. It just blinked away really quick. I
Oh,
saw it.
user error. Yeah, no. Well, yeah, we're gonna be here. I feel like it's a moment to bring up any other struggles outside of just the reading and outside of parenting, all that kind of stuff too. So
After dark. Yep. It's not after dark for me, but after dark or close enough to dark for Ryan.
we can
Sweet.
always we can always push it back, but it's gonna get darker earlier soon.
Yeah. No, I'm free today, so that works for me very well. I'll put it in my calendar and set an alarm to remind me. So I'll be here. If the office guy Scott walks in, I will leave and hit the car.
Oh, I always feel bad when that happens for you.
Nah, it's all right. Like we're very similar, and that's why it works so well. Is like we're inconsistent. Like I'm pretty consistent as far as when I'm in the office, but he's like super inconsistent. So I could never tell. But it's his office, so and, the other day I told him like that like I hear his conversations and like if he doesn't seem to have a problem with it. Like I hear him talking to his wife, and I'm like, dude, if you want me to leave, just like wave your hand at me or something like that, or put it on mute and tell me to leave. Because when my wife calls, I walk out that door right there and I have my conversation in the yard because I'm just a little bit more of a private person as far as like when I'm on the phone. Like when
Yeah,
I'm off the phone, I tell him everything. Like we're good friends, but he just will sit there and just have a full on conversation and I can hear every every word. I'm like, dude, you just like waved me out. It's your office. But he doesn't care.
what is it? What is it that you would? Well, yeah, I don't know what the question is, and I also know that we're over time right now. But are you? Is it specific topics that would make you not want him to hear your conversations, or is it the larger way that you interact with your wife and the family? What is it that makes you need to retract yourself from someone else hearing what you guys are talking about? Because like I have those friends that are like, I'm gonna say anything right now, right? I'm like, I don't want to hear it, but
No, for me, I don't like anybody hearing anything that I say ever. It doesn't matter who I'm talking to.
as he's on a live right
Like
now.
it's not well, that's why I told you when I first started this, like this for me is one of those things where it's like do something that scares you every day.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't scare me anymore. The thing that scares me still that I do this is that other people outside of this audience will one day find this. Like meaning people that I like, family, friends, like coworkers, clients, all that stuff. That's the part that scares me a little bit still. But yeah, I don't like having conversations on the phone. Like because basically like if you were in the room with me and I'm having a conversation on the phone, whether it's with my wife, my kids, my employees, like my clients,
yeah,
you're only hearing one side of the conversation, and so I just don't like that. Like, I don't like, people overhearing that,
yeah,
so I usually go into a private space if I can.
yeah,
If I can't, then I can't.
sure. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so
Um,
it's not just the conversations with my wife. It's like if a client calls, a designer calls, a subcontractor calls, like, if I know the conversation is gonna be longer than a, "Yeah, yeah, I'll see you there in 20 minutes," I'll go out the door and I'll have that conversation.
yeah, I hear it. I know that I'm in my head when I'm having that conversation, and I know someone can hear it. What are they thinking? Which is not the right thing because I'm not in the moment, right? But
Yeah.
it's just how I
It's a
am.
dis it distracts me, that's the way my brain thinks, and the reason why, and I told Scott, I'm like, is because when I'm in a space and other people are talking around me, I'm listening to them. I can't help it. It's just I'm just an aware person. So like if I'm in a space and someone's having a phone conversation and walking and talking,
Yeah.
I'm like listening to them. And so I know that if I can hear them, they can hear me. Like so it's kind of like that. That's why I told you like when you've been on these calls where you've been walking through the streets of Brooklyn, I'm like, dude, I can never do that. Like ever. Like especially holding my phone and trying to stay on video.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know what it was? It's with my field, it is a little bit online, right? So it's very
Mhm.
public facing, and you kind of it does involve at least some social media, that kind of stuff. I remember the day I pushed myself to make something like me talking on camera more comfortable. If anyone's familiar with Jordan Sayat, I love Jordan Sayat. He's well younger than me, but he's a health wellness influencer, very well known. He's a trainer of Gary Vaynerchuk's for a little bit.
Mm.
But he had challenged people to go out into public and film themselves. And I remember I walked into a busy Trader Joe's one afternoon, and I was like, I'm going to do it. And I did it. And I opened up my phone, and I put it in front of me, and I was walking, and man, I remember how nervous I felt. And yeah,
Mm-mm.
but the thing is, it's like, I think if you take that task and you think it's only about posting on social media, then I think you lose the point of it. I think that when you go out into public, I mean, think about the last two conversations that you overheard someone actually having. Like, you don't remember it. No one cares about you,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
No one. So for me, I'm like, I've gotten beyond the point of thinking, no one cares about me. Everyone is kind of in their own head anyway. And if I now can better my life through my phone, then it's fine. But I remember walking through that Trader Joe's, and I was just saying my thoughts out loud. I remember being like, I'm so nervous. I can't believe I'm doing this right now. It's so busy in here. Like, I remember saying it, and I posted it. And then Jordan Sayat, he was, remember when like 10,000 followers on like a social media platform was like the thing to achieve? And
Yeah.
so he was like one of the first people that I kind of knew, that I followed, and he was like over 10,000. I can't believe you got back to me. And so he was like, great job, man. And I was like, that's pretty cool. So
Oh,
it
nice.
it
Yeah.
did push me to be comfortable out in public, but I think more like kind of talking out in public. But I also love the idea of like being up on stage and talking in front of people. It's like, if I can't do this right now in a busy supermarket where someone could hear something I say and maybe it does better their life, then am I
Mm.
missing an opportunity to actually support someone else? And am I missing an opportunity to better myself, to then get up in front of on stage and kind of help a larger group of people? So I think it's a great thing. I mean, it's not necessary for many people, right? But I think it's a great task to get comfortable with. So,
I like that explanation. That made me feel better.
yeah,
I
no
just
one
thought you were
cares.
doing I just thought you were doing food reviews in Trader Joe's.
Stop doing videos in food stores, and especially shirtless. Only be shirtless at home.
People do that? All right. So we'll see you back here in a couple hours, people. Is that 10 hours from now?
It
Less
happens
than
fast, man. It happens fast.
it
You're back
really
up.
does.
Yeah.
Like that's sometimes why I miss like why I come late or miss them or yeah. It's the same thing with like the Ann Bag stream on Tuesdays. I always miss them because I'm like, okay, I think about it. I'm on there. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And then like my Tuesday goes by in a blink.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, I just completely missed the show. But after dark, yeah, let's go. We'll see you guys back here in about 10 hours, a little less than 10 hours, nine and a
Shirtless.
half.
Dom's gonna be shirtless. I'll be shirtless. We're gonna do it shirtless.
No.
Shirtless, Dom. Don't show up if you're not shirtless.
You guys can all be shirtless. But also, Dad's After Dark is full invite. So everybody can come up on stage, join the conversation. I think we had like 6 people last time, 5, 6
Oh,
people.
yeah, we
It was
did.
really cool.
Where
Um,
should we post the link? Just where's the best spot, you think?
yeah, just do it in the parents chat. I mean that chat is pretty free with links. If you're not in the parents chat, you can just ask, find me or Ryan on Twitter and we can add you in. The only
Yeah.
requirement is that you're a parent for the most part.
And yeah, just be nice. Just be a nice person. Just be mean to people. Don't
Yeah.
judge them.
It's a pretty mellow chat, so
Yeah, no worries.
no
Yeah,
one
guys,
even notices.
reach out to me, Food is Fuel NYC, or Dom D. Rousseau. In my head, your last name is always Rouzad, by the way, but I
Oh, that's
know
fine.
that it's not. It's
Yeah,
not fine.
no,
It's not your last name.
I'm used to it. It's 42, almost 42 years of getting mispronounced. It's like not a big deal.
Profit, I'll send you. I'm gonna put an order back in for some stickers. We'll get some of those stickers out to everyone. We did a mass mailing about a year and a half ago of VDAD stickers, so we can probably do it again soon.
Yeah.
All right.
See you later, y'all. Thank you
Peace.
very much for hanging with me, Ryan.
Yeah, of course.
Miss your face.
I'm here.
See you guys.